Okay,
Okay.
so, yeah. This is an open meeting of the Berlin Historical Commission. Welcome and thank you for joining us today, whether in person or virtually. Well, we have only our membership today in person. Please be advised that this open session public meeting is being recorded, and as such, your voice and image may be captured during the proceedings.
That's enough, really.
Yeah, okay. So, Ellie Bergen
Here?
and Barry Ager
Yeah,
and June Miller, present. We have one other member, Lucy Ayers, and she is not attending today. Okay. So our minutes, thank you, Ellie. Barry's read them and he's fine with them, and I am too.
I move we approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so February 13 approved. All right, so I did my paperwork to be reimbursed for the last,
That $41.
yeah, and I took it to Amy because I wanted to, because it's a reimbursement, it's a little, there's two pieces of paper.
Yeah,
So you paid it and then you want,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So actually, I went over the 4126 by $8.95, 91, no, how many cents? 65 cents. So we'll take, yeah, so we'll take,
Can you
know,
take
we'll
that out of our
yeah,
budget?
We'll close out the contingency amount that was that was allowed to be for supplies, and then the other can come from our budget,
Okay.
if that's acceptable. That's how I,
So it's
Seven.
over by about $8.
$8.65. And so that will come out of our budget.
So we already approved the 4126 previously.
Yes, from the last meeting.
And we need to approve the $8.65 from the current budget that is included on this form. You want me to sign as department head?
Yeah, you better.
Because you can't sign it.
Because I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
normally you would.
I'm the request.
And this, we all need to sign. Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if,
So Barry, you made the motion?
Yeah.
I second.
okay, all those in favor to cover the,
Aye.
Aye.
aye, unanimously approved. The $8.65
No,
from the budget.
you're recused.
Oh, that's, oh, I see.
She's recused because she's paying it to her.
That's right.
The two of us, two to nothing. Okay, this one doesn't have to be signed. This one we need more signatures on.
So I don't know if I need to sign that, but I could.
Yes.
She can just cross it out
It's
if,
all right for you to sign that one.
Okay. Then that's,
it was a 64 gigabyte drive to back up.
4126, that's
Yeah.
it.
The,
And the $8.65.
we got binders for our duplicate copies of the things, and we got flash drive to go in the computer to back up.
All the written stuff.
All the written stuff. And we didn't have one for this computer, so we bought that, because we're installing a lot of,
Okay.
we're entering a lot of
Yep.
stuff from this project, so. That's what we spent it on. Okay.
So I should sign the second one?
Yeah, you can sign that second one. All right.
The total $49.91.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
all right.
I've entered a lot of the stuff in there already, and we had no backup, so we're doing backups.
Amy told me that on Monday this week, they processed the check, the last check for Lynn Bassett,
Oh, okay.
which would be just for one day in February. So
Yeah.
it was $450.
Yeah.
So by now,
She should be paid.
I guess, although it goes to the treasurer.
Monday, yeah. It might be out by now, and if it isn't, it'll go out early next week.
Okay. On Wednesday, I met and I managed to include Barry with the interim admin. His name is Jeff Nutting. He wanted to see the Bullard House, and Barry filled him in on a few things, and I tried also. He asked for the plans that Austin Design did for the adjustment to the ramping and the backyard space and the enlargement of the parking area.
The Austin plan?
Yeah, and those are, Austin did that last March, actually, that's a year ago. 3/10, was the date on it.
Painful.
Yeah, and we discussed the fact that, and I sent that to him
Yeah.
last night, or Wednesday night, I guess. And I told him I said I can send the Dropbox to you again, it's not sending it to him, but it's authorizing him to enter,
Yep,
yeah.
to get into our stuff.
Yep, and actually, Kristen had that,
Yeah,
and
Kristen
Dee
did.
already had that, so it was
Okay.
probably redundant, but
Yeah.
he didn't get back to me, so I guess he has what he needs for now. And
Well, he didn't have any real background on it, so.
No.
We
And-
were trying to give him some in a short time, and he was
Well,
less than patient.
I alerted him to the little report that I made to the select board
Mhm.
in November. And Dee said that she had it in her file and they would have a look at it.
I'm sure he has a lot of stuff to go over.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, it's so much stuff to,
try
And
to,
he's only working, 22 hours a week or something?
it's part-time for sure.
oh, wow.
But he has an assistant, her name is Martha White, very nice. And she will help with the little,
The
she's
smaller
been a
stuff.
town administrator before. So she's well able to.
She has?
Martha White, yes,
Oh.
yep. So she will help him,
Mhm.
but he's in charge of us now.
Mm.
So I don't really know what will come of that. We did take him into the cellar,
Mhm.
and we discussed the fact that the commission as a whole was not satisfied with the plans that we were given.
They
That's
thought they were
way-
too extensive.
Yeah, and that we were awaiting this
The boring
information
and,
about the borings. I wonder if that ever happened.
Well, they can figure that out.
I know, but that keeps us doing nothing.
yeah,
Well, we'll pursue that some more. Dee was showing him around, and she didn't know anything about any of it.
She's never been there. Kristen has been there,
Yes,
yeah, was
Yeah.
there.
I toured her around when she first came. But Dee had never been there, and she didn't know anything about borings or anything about the whole
Well,
business of the parking lot
She
project.
knew there were supposed to be borings, but she did not have a report, and she didn't know where they had been taken.
yeah.
So we're no better off as far as information from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to,
Is it, assuming that there will be nothing that would affect us?
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything about the foundation in terms of maybe writing down our own thoughts? Maybe, and having, instead of just having them oral, which is all we've done is just go back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah,
Write them down, even if there's a difference of opinion, and maybe make some kind of suggestion for
moving
what
forward.
we want,
Yeah.
I mean, I can start that if you want.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think we could probably take the original plan and kind of highlight what we thought was
too much.
excess, yeah. Like the cement floor and some of that, and say that, well, we wanted to repoint the foundation so that there's no
Holes.
airspace, visible airspace.
And we still have to plan for at least a temporary relocation of the oil tank.
Yes,
And we have to think about whether we want to include that bulkhead plan
yes.
also. So I'm happy to start it, but I need the input from both of you.
That'd be fine,
Uh,
yeah.
Well, the plan that they had before was involved poured concrete all the way around,
Yes, and I
including
think
all
that's
across the
the-
back wall.
If we can take that and start to cross out what we think is excessive, maybe we have
No.
that, the bare bones.
Okay.
You need to look at that, and it's so much.
Well, it's-
So much,
I had Paul McKelk look at it a long, long time ago,
yeah.
and he helped me understand what some of the
What were they saying?
yeah. But of course, as you know, he favored that foam.
Which I think we,
Yeah, and
Are trying to-
I'm not,
I would prefer not to do something like that.
it's toxic, you know, let's face it, all insulation is toxic and has carcinogen
Yeah.
ingredients.
I don't know if all of them was, but much of it is, yes.
I don't know,
Well, I suspect the blown cellulose is probably the least damaging, but
The what?
blown cellulose, I suspect
the
that,
crumbly stuff that they
yeah.
blow in.
I don't know about that. I think that the kind that we've had recommended, the wool,
Oh,
whatever, something
the,
wool
It's,
stuff,
it does
that's
have,
supposed to be good, better.
it's better, but it's still, it's better in terms of the fact that it doesn't retain moisture.
Yeah,
But it's still,
rife
The-
with chemicals.
the yeah, it's slag.
It's what?
Slag. I mean, it's created from slag and
Oh.
there are contaminants that are, you know, that are inherent in it.
Yeah,
But it is safer than fiberglass,
yeah.
from what I've read anyway.
Well, the fiberglass has the glass filaments that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
It's very
fibers.
bad to breathe.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I put the two big bats that Barry brought down from the attic. I had Marty helped me put those in two big bags, but I was coughing for half an hour after that,
I believe it, yeah.
and that wasn't good for me. So what you're saying is exactly right. It's just not good. And we can't really get rid of it until they have their hazardous waste day, which I think is gonna be the end of this year, maybe.
I haven't asked, yeah,
According to
to Stan.
the Powder House News.
Oh, there you go.
Was it the Powder House News? Well, there was something.
There was something that, I think it was the Powder House News, it was listing questions asked about the transfer station. One of them
And
was
they had answers.
disposal of
Yeah.
hazardous waste.
And they
And they said, we can't afford to do it once a month, but we're gonna try to do it once or
yeah,
twice a
it's
year.
very expensive. The last one they had, I don't know how many years ago that was. It was a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
And you had to pay a certain amount for what
Yeah.
you brought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I don't know what we had, but
I have some agricultural chemicals from Dad that
Oh.
I really would like to haul off.
yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah. So we'll pay attention
yeah.
to trying to get rid of that. You can now, as long as the paint is dry in the containers, you can just bring those, but you have to take the lids off.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
So we've done some of that at home, actually, bringing things along. So, yeah, so that's it for the Bullard House. It will get a little warmer soon if you want to try to do something in there.
Well, I suspect it needs to be cleaned again.
Oh, yeah, it is kind of.
It gets ratty.
Ratty.
Yeah.
Well, we can have we can get into the town hall and get us some
Water.
hot water. Yeah,
I think the last time I brought a spray bottle for the windows.
yeah, yeah. But water is
But
really.
water is very helpful to
Yeah.
just wash down things.
So I've been saving some empty containers, jugs.
Yeah.
The plastic jugs. So that,
We can haul it over
yeah,
there.
I was saving them for a power outage, but I'm happy to
yeah.
reuse them for our purposes. So that's it, unless you can think of anything else.
No.
All right, so we.
Question, Barry, is Brenna looking to do some more fill this spring?
Yes, yeah. Yeah. And that was covered in the minutes last time, that we were gonna do more later.
Yes.
More fill. In the same little place, or?
Yeah. It's gonna be a bigger place,
Oh.
but yes,
A little bit bigger.
yeah.
Okay, make sure before we adjourn that we acknowledge Lucy's email.
Yeah.
So anything more you want to say about the clothing project or the collection as a whole?
I don't think so right now. We got, the boxes came last night, and so they're up there now, and I'll try to get the girls to come in next week and pack up the stuff that we've got laid out there, which is quite a bit. And then we'll be able to work on cleaning out Memorial Hall so we can have a Historical Society meeting there at the end of the month. But it's, no, we got a lot done and a lot taken care of, and there's some more to do, some of which we can do ourselves, but we also will be choosing some items that we'll put aside, and at some point, perhaps the society can pay for a day we'll get Lynn to come back for a day and go through 20 more things or something. Things that we think are worth knowing what she would say about.
Is there enough to put in another CPA grant?
For the clothing collection?
I would say not at I wouldn't say not at the present time. I think that but the idea is there for an extension, to do more probably some other time, I've got some ideas about that, and
Well, there are
it
some-
might be tied up with doing a big exhibit
Mm-hmm.
and getting a little of her time that has to do with the things we want to put in that and how we handle it.
She's such a great resource.
Oh, yes.
Thank
Oh,
you for
absolutely.
finding her.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it was easy.
Yeah.
I didn't have I had the contact with the Quilt Museum, and they got right back to me, and she was easy to communicate with.
I think that's the nice thing, that not only is she knowledgeable, but she's very approachable.
Yes, oh, very much so.
she understands. But we could put in, I mean, there are other things that we should
Well, the
probably
other-
finance, but
The other,
conservation.
the conservation thing,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
what I was about to go on to. In the course of it, there were several different items that she mentioned that were conservation worthy, that was worth paying a good conservator to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's somebody who can do some of that work, and some of it might need to go to somebody else. But
We could identify a few things.
we did identify several in the course of the thing, and one of the things I want to do is go through all of the forms and isolate the ones that had her conservation suggestions that would be beyond what we do, what people ourselves would do. I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, somebody that's a decent, has decent sewing skills can do, but there are other things that you really need an expert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
because
do.
they know how it was
And,
constructed and.
Somebody commented on watching Lynn do 2 or 3 things before we had the exhibit, when we were putting that up that day, and they said, the stitches she did, and the, oh my goodness, you know.
Yeah, she,
It's,
so
it's
Mended.
really good. I mean, one of them is the brown coat, the brown tail coat. That one needs some work. And that certainly is worthy of spending some money on. And-
But that was, she was very excited about that one.
Oh, yeah. And we have,
Mr. Cook came.
yeah,
who's the
Mr.
tailor.
Cook came to see it, to see those 2 coats and so forth. I think that, but we can make it is my thought that we could make another application that would be based on having some conservation
Yeah,
done on
because
some of
it's
this
very
stuff.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She,
And-
she doesn't charge quite as much, and there are things that she could do.
I
Well,
mean,
I think she mentioned that.
$75 an hour as opposed to 200.
Oh, I was gonna say, in the
Oh, in the
the
program?
open
Yeah.
house that you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
She had mentioned that some of the things in the, to be discarded, was that it was so
Oh.
expensive to
Yeah.
get them fixed.
It isn't worth spending the money
She
on.
said it
Yeah.
costs thousands of dollars to get
It
it.
has to
And
be
they aren't,
an
They're not worthy of
exceptional
it.
they're not
piece
worthy of it, no.
in order to
Yeah.
justify the money you have to spend, yeah.
Yeah,
But there are several things that are worthy
yeah,
of things, of some of that. And I think that it's my view that, that's the thing, we might do another one
Yeah,
at some future time.
Mhm.
To do conservation on some of the more important items.
yeah, the washing, there are many, many items that could be washed
Yeah.
and improved, but it's labor intensive.
It's labor intensive.
I mean, I've done it for a couple of tiny things, and you've got to have the distilled water. I mean, that's an expense. I mean, I didn't spend more than $10, but
but you still have to,
you
Yeah.
need to spend a lot of money to get enough distilled water.
To
for
do
a
with whole
dress,
dress.
yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I do think, you know, the idea of the big soapstone sink, this would actually be a wonderful thing to have to do some of
Because
that
it would
kind
be
of stuff.
wide enough
To
and
do
long
hand
enough,
washing of things and be able to have them laid out and so forth.
not all wadded up, yeah.
And to dry and all that kind of thing. It really, as she talked about how you do some of this, I thought, oh, you know, that
We
big
have
sink would really be
something, yeah.
good. Would really be good for some of that,
Yeah.
so.
Catherine has now copied all the actual inventory sheets, not the photographs or the extra information that I put in there about some things, especially the terminology.
But all of Lynn's comments,
Yep, that's right. So we have
2 sets.
another set of that,
Yeah,
and we'll put those in binders. I think it'll take 2-inch binders to accommodate those.
those are so
And-
valuable.
And I told her that the next thing we wanted to do was to sort for conservation. And then maybe we could sort for washing.
Yep.
Now, we've numbered, just for the sake of keeping our hats on, our wits together, we've numbered the pages,
Mhm.
the duplicate pages. And in some cases, I think she put an end number when she had to stop on the original sheet also.
Mhm.
So we can reference items to be conserved. Well, we could make another copy, or we could just reference the page number.
Mhm.
I don't know, we'll think about that, I guess.
But we need to be able to, I mean, one of the reasons for making another set of copies, so we can organize them by
Yeah,
accession number rather than the day that we happen to look at them.
Yeah,
And we also might want to reorganize them by the dates on
period,
the period of the clothing.
yeah. So the
So that we have
earliest to
the
latest.
like period together.
Yeah,
And, I mean, there's several different things that could be done in that regard, and that's part of the reason for making extra copies, is so we'll be able to do some different things with sorting the material out. Because you've got 500 items, and
501, that was the
501 is
last
the number.
page.
501.
So we met our goal.
We met our goal.
And there's more that,
Oh, yeah.
I think during her time with us, there were some things that we did not waste a page on. So actually, it exceeded the 500
yeah,
somewhat,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, we didn't, there were some small items that we picked out, and they may have a number, accession number, and they may be packed in a certain way, but we didn't have a descriptive sheet for. We didn't take the time to write all that out
Yeah.
because it didn't need to. We got a date on it, a date for its time, and in some cases, I recorded just a couple of words, but,
Yeah,
so we saved a little money that way by not spending a lot of time talking about them all, writing it all down.
And Brenna had a session with Barry to discuss things that she and her mother had donated over the years.
mhm,
And some of that we had Lynn go through and evaluate, but some of it we didn't because we knew enough
Yeah.
about it. And Brenna's actually kind of good to deal with stuff that's 20th century and you know, I mean,
Well, she knew
she knows some stuff
She
about some
knew
things.
what her mother thought about it and where it came from in most cases.
Yeah.
And that's a valuable part of the inventory
Yeah.
is where it came from.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
But I think she was ultimately impressed enough with Lynn and her work too.
yeah, there was a,
Yeah, originally, I think she was a little defensive that we had brought someone in,
Yes,
yeah,
to start with, that was a little
but
bit.
she,
appreciated it
Yeah.
after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, the next issue is, a request. I don't know if an application to demolish has been filed yet, but at 248 Pleasant Street, which is, Larry Pradell and,
Roger Lowe's house.
yeah, Roger Lowe's house, that Tommy Dorr rehabbed. It has a little barn, a little village barn,
mhm,
and they want to have an ADU, which is an auxiliary dwelling unit. I guess that's what it stands for.
oh, one
yeah.
of those, basically,
Apartment, yeah.
an
And-
in-law apartment type of thing.
Yeah.
And they had considered, apparently they had considered rehabbing the barn itself for that purpose, but, and they did have a session with Richard Hanks, and they discussed the possibility of just tearing it down and building something new.
Starting again, yeah.
Yeah.
How
So,
old is that?
about 1840, you said? Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
Yeah.
It certainly is mid-19th century, yeah. And, but I don't know how good it would be to try to make into a modern dwelling unit.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know, I've corresponded with Larry and Lorraine a little bit, and I told him that we wanted to visit and that we wanted to take photographs.
Mhm.
So, and I asked him what the interior was, what status it had, and he said that they have stored things on the lower level,
Mhm.
but the upstairs doesn't have anything up. I guess there's not much up there, and so we could see the kind of framing. It's the ascent to it is manageable, he said.
Mhm.
So it would be safe for us to go up there.
Yeah.
So since we all need to go, unless you don't want to,
I think we should all go.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we need everybody's head. So in order to schedule it, we'd have to put it out to Thursday or Friday next week, because I Wednesday is taken up anyway. And he couldn't do it Tuesday. Maybe, anyway, we narrowed it down to Thursday or Friday.
That would be, I think that's fine.
So do you want to, Friday would be better for me, but it's, you know,
I think Friday's okay for me.
Okay.
Thursday, I've got one appointment in early afternoon
okay.
next week. Other than that, I mean, I could do 10 in the morning or something.
Okay.
But,
So Friday, he didn't say there was any limit on what time of day, so what would you like to do? You want to move it up to 11, or?
That's fine. I don't really care. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, see if we can do it Friday morning
Okay.
next week.
That would be the 20th.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be the 20th. All right, so I'll get back to him, and then I'll schedule it for, how about 10:30?
That's fine.
A little more time for me to get my hat on. Okay, and I can have Marty come,
And take pictures.
and he can take pictures so that we can ask questions and not worry about,
That'd be great.
yeah.
I was gonna say, does someone need to bring a camera?
Well,
If
he-
Marty's there, he'll be the
Yeah,
cameraman.
he can do that, yeah. The next thing is thinking about the Hop House. I put Hop House considerations. I now have in the history in the cabinet at 19 Carter, I have a display of some photos, and there's like a little slideshow that you can access on a little laptop right beside it
Mhm.
of all the pictures that Marty has taken. I did, and there's some reading material in the cabinet too. I did reach out to Stacia Kaplanson. Stacia works she's a circuit rider for Preservation Mass. She's only part-time, but I did speak to her briefly about it when she came for Tim Walhuter's memorial,
Yeah.
a little bit of a memorial at 19 Carter,
Mhm.
and she said just to remind her, and she may have some suggestions as to how to approach Bud Howarth to see if he would give it a little more attention.
Yeah.
Well, I think, I mean, my thought is, say something about what you found out in Deerfield about it, or from the Deerfield people.
Oh, yeah, I didn't talk to you about that. That's interesting, yeah. I got an inquiry from the Memorial Museum that's not historic Deerfield, but is located on on Monument
On the
Street.
side street,
On
yeah.
the side street there.
It's really a local historical museum for the region around Deerfield.
Yeah. I guess it's supposed to be the oldest one in Western Mass, the oldest museum. Anyway, the curator was doing research on hop houses and brewing in Massachusetts because he is connected with Mass 250 and the tourism arm of the Commonwealth.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to have an exhibit about that. And he said that our hop house picture in Berlin was the only one he could access. That-
Really?
Yeah. So I sent him.
I
Marty
don't
and I.
suspect that they lasted because,
Yeah.
you know, once their usefulness was gone, I think, you
Yeah.
know, they're
Then they
gonna,
just would
yeah.
let go. Yeah.
And it might also be that there's something that exists on a farm someplace that people just don't know anything about anymore.
They don't realize
But-
that that's what its original purpose was.
Yeah, but it seems to me that if they're as rare as that, this could be a candidate for the most endangered properties in the state.
Well,
They do a list like that with Preservation Mass every year.
didn't you say that he had said that Sturbridge had approached him?
Mhm.
A long time ago. Yeah.
And he wouldn't go with it, but, you know, if we got it onto the endangered list, and maybe you could get him to be willing to let somebody like Sturbridge take it.
Yeah.
I-
Now, what would they do about the foundation? Would they just photograph it, or?
It's the
probably.
kiln. The thing at the superstructure is on wooden piers,
Yeah.
but the
But then you have
kiln.
the stone where
Yeah,
they.
I guess
built
they.
the
Oh, I
fire.
think they'd take more of that.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, they took the stone blacksmith shop from Bolton,
Mhm.
so, yeah, I think they might take a lot of that. Anything that really could be identified as part of the whole being and how it was used.
Yeah.
But to me, it's such a difficult thing. It's right up against the street. It's in a place where you can't, like, sell it to the Historical Society or something, you know, or have us take it over or something. You can't do that because it's part of his building lot,
But there's
Well-
also,
frontage for the house.
I
you know.
went to the assessors yesterday.
the
Yeah.
access would
They
be
don't
difficult.
have that on there.
They don't have the building on their list at all?
No. I'll show you what Linda gave me. She printed out a Google thing for me. And here's Sawyer Hill Road.
Yeah,
Here's the house.
yeah.
This is what they track. And the hop house is this white thing. As far as we could tell, it was this white
Yeah.
thing that's beyond.
Well, they don't have the line drawn right.
So,
Oh, you mean it's actually, part of it is on the road taking?
yeah,
It could be that part of it's on the road
I'm
taking.
pretty sure that's,
Because it's so
that's-
close
Because
to the
it's-
street.
Yeah.
It could be partly on the road
But
taking.
now, was the original access kind of up through this way?
there's an
Is that way?
easement. I'll show you the other map that I printed out from.
I walk by it and I often think, how did they get into it?
Well, because I think the vegetation wasn't so ferocious.
Oh, yeah, oh, it wouldn't have been.
But would they have had
See this
a
easement here?
kind of a ramp for the animals to haul stuff
What's
up?
that
or-
easement for?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, see, here, oh, no, this is catch basins.
Yeah. I know, was confusing to me. I thought,
Yeah.
well, there it is, it's in the.
No, that's catch basins.
Yeah.
I don't know. That must be an easement for access to the other land next door.
I was gonna say to the Echo Village.
And if you look, yeah, I was wondering if that was for Mosaic. But you see, there's 1, 2, 3 sheds plus a barn back here.
Yeah,
But it's, all that's listed are 3 sheds and the fireplaces. I don't see that there's a barn. I haven't looked at this for a little bit.
and the barn across the street that's theirs would be a separate parcel,
Yeah,
because it's on the other side of the street. There's the big barn over here
Yeah.
belongs to them too, but.
Yeah.
so,
He's maintained that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
'Cause that's
well,
his
that,
workshop.
yeah, that's.
Oh, he's put work into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he told me when Walter and I visited him for the last time, and then we didn't get anywhere after that.
Yeah.
He told me that, what did he tell me? I'm losing my thread. Oh,
About the barn.
well, I've lost it.
He wants to use it to put stuff in, but he
Well,
doesn't want to take care of it.
Yeah, oh, yes, I know now. He put a roof on it some time ago,
Yeah,
so the roof is pretty good.
yeah.
He did that himself, but he stores things in it. He salvages things from his work, and,
Yeah.
and that's what he,
Put stuff in.
yeah. And I said, it would be lovely to document the interior, but I said, we really can't even get in there.
Yeah.
But he,
Yeah. That's the
he's,
problem.
his attitude is pretty much, it belongs to me and I can do,
And leave me alone.
yeah. He wasn't entirely unsympathetic, and he does understand, at least intellectually, he does understand its rarity. But Barry is right. If we can clue him in onto the fact that it will be in, the photographs of it will be in an exhibition,
It's a very, very rare
yeah,
survival.
yeah. So,
And it would be great to have it do something like go to Sturbridge at this point.
well,
I-
and he doesn't want,
He
yeah,
doesn't want to do it.
he
just
wants to,
wanna
he
let it
wants
go.
to be for storage.
Hmm?
But, if there were
If
some.
they would pay him some money, then he could actually put in a shed that was more useful for storage rather
Yeah.
than an old hop house,
Yeah.
whose door is now caving in.
It's so sad to
What
see
is?
that door.
The door, on the
The
side.
double doors on the upper side.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Well, I would like to write another letter to him and just maybe hand deliver it, although he's hard to, it's hard to get him when he's home.
Yeah.
That was hard for Walter. Walter tried very hard. But I want to run it by you so that you have input and can help me navigate the right
Okay.
tone.
I think we need to do some other spade work
It needs to
about
be,
the rarity and importance of it from a broader,
yeah, than
standpoint.
just making the statement.
yeah.
Also, it's not measured. I thought I
Oh,
could,
it's not, you don't have the measurements, okay. That's right, because I thought we'd get them from this.
yeah, that's why I originally went there.
Oh,
But the sheds that are listed,
appear to be
yeah,
these
and
others.
so Linda and I thought at first, before she did this for me,
that
we
one of
thought perhaps it was the smallest, but it's not even there. It's not part of the assessment.
Oh, my God, that's strange.
Well, it's in the road practically.
I
It
know.
is, yeah, right.
So that's
right
why they
there.
didn't need to include it. I mean, that was my conclusion. I don't know if that was correct, but anyway.
I don't know, I'd like to go back and look at the old cards that Father had.
Are they still?
They, as far as I know, they're still extant in there. And see whether he had it on it. I don't know.
Well, I can ask Linda about that. I mean, I've worked there, so
Yeah, the old
I don't-
cards for that site,
I don't know where they keep those.
whether there's something about it on them. 'Cause there could be.
Well, I was gonna, as part of our letter or as part of the letter, I wanted to ask permission to measure it. And I think Tim Wheeler would help me with that
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
because he has his handy little tool that will do elevations and,
Yeah.
yeah. And that would be a lot easier for me. So, as spring goes on, we should deal with this. I was hoping that I could proceed on making an attachment to the Macris,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't even have a measurement. And so I thought,
Yeah.
if I don't have a measurement, how am I gonna,
Yeah, that's not gonna go
Improve
very
this.
far, yeah.
but I could work on the rest of it. Or in the meantime, I could just ask him if I could measure it, now that the snow is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
And save the letter for later. It's just not good to keep putting things off.
Can't understand, I wrote this stuff and I can't understand it. I didn't put anything about the hop house on it.
This is downloaded
I know,
from Macris.
I know.
Yeah. And I'm
but
thinking,
I mean, I wrote this part.
yeah.
I wrote this, but Ruthie did the initial stuff on the front. And then some of this indicates that I wrote a little more on it.
The Preservation Mass website has a list of reasons.
For including,
A
Yeah,
list of what?
A list of questions to ask if a structure is threatened or a site is threatened.
Oh,
And so I printed that out, and we can have a look at that.
has the local historical commission taken a formal position on this? I think that I would suggest that we
Do that.
make a declaration right now that this is that the Hop House at 136 Sawyer Hill Road is a rare and valuable
Historic asset.
survival historic asset. That's good.
not just for the town, but for the state.
Yes, it's a broader importance because these are so rare. And we very much like, we consider it of great importance that it be preserved, whether on that site or elsewhere.
Considers of great importance
Yeah.
to have it preserved. in sight or moved. Do we need to vote on that?
Yes, I think.
Yes, I would say we should.
I move to make a formal declaration on the Hop House at 136 Surrey Hill Road.
Yeah. I second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimously approved.
It's not on MHC inventory form, and we have got to do
Yeah,
that.
that was mine.
And that's why you're collecting the
Yeah.
information, so we can do that.
And that's why I was hoping that the assessor would have the right,
Have the dimensions,
so I
yes.
wouldn't have to,
That's right.
Go back and ask, yeah.
yeah, but,
But I would look and see if they, see if we can find the old card on it,
Cards.
because that would, I'd be interested to see whether there was a mention of it there. Of course, what Father might have done with that might be different, but what some other people would.
yeah, because he would know
He certainly knew about
what the
it.
significance of it.
He knew about it.
I think I would like to reach out to Tim and ask him if he would come with me if I can get permission.
Get permission, yeah.
And that might help Bud feel okay about my tromping around and trying to. Also, that tool will give an elevation, I believe, and that would be something that would be hard for me to do on my own.
Yeah.
I mean, I can estimate, but. Okay.
Well, is there a grassroots effort to advocate for this historic property? And that's part of what your exhibit at 19 Carter is about, is to make,
Right.
raise
Evie,
information about it.
Evie asked me if I would do a little conversation about it.
Yeah,
And I said, well, I'm not sure I know much more than what I've put in this little cabinet. But if you two were willing, and Lucy might also, because she did go to the trouble to put that information on the website. She transcribed Henry's
yes. Paper.
historical document.
And that paper can be read publicly.
Yes,
At a
yes,
meeting.
that would be a good, beginning to a little conversation.
Yeah.
So if you, I mean, probably can't schedule it right away, because they do things so far in advance, but we could even do it at tea time
Mhm.
on a Monday afternoon, because that's already a public, but I can have her have Annette advertise it as a special conversation during tea time.
Yeah.
So that's a Monday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that usually open for you guys? Usually, unless you have an appointment or,
Yeah.
all right. So, okay, so you want me to do that? Because Evie did,
I think, yeah.
Uh,
What's it gonna hurt to have it
well,
advertised as
Nothing.
something
I'm
that's,
game, but
nothing.
I just figured on my own, I didn't,
But these are the kinds of things that we can do that don't cost much, if anything, and then you can say something more about public awareness.
yeah.
And we could do something with the Historical Society too.
yes, we
If we're
could,
having that conversation, we should advertise that to the Historical Society people.
okay.
Um,
What I'll do is ask Annette, she's probably there today, she does the, well,
Scheduling.
Rona does scheduling too, whoever's there, I'll
See if you can get it fit in.
I'll say, when can we usurp the tea time
Yeah.
it's at 2 to 4 on Mondays. I've done it before with Indigenous Day, and, because Evie asked me to do something for that,
Uh-huh.
whenever that was.
Yeah.
That easement looks like it comes right out through part of that building.
Well, there is not an old-fashioned barway, but a
There is a
metal.
barway right
Yeah,
next to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Between the her
I think
house
it's on the,
Between the house and
And
the,
the-
yeah.
Hop house.
in the
well,
up-
that little garage area
yeah.
of the house and the
Yeah,
hop house.
okay.
Yeah, because
So
he's got,
that's what this is trying to
he's
refer
got
to.
kind of a snarky sign
Yeah.
posted there.
Yeah.
Oh, what does it, I forget what it says.
It says basically, if you don't like the way we take care of our animals, basically screw you.
That doesn't surprise me.
Well,
And I could say the same thing to some people that used to say things about my cats.
excuse me.
Some people really overkill on this stuff.
Well, they have a lot of opinions, yeah,
Yes,
that they
and-
feel free to.
And they're modern
express.
people who think everything should be just so all
Yeah.
the time. And it's like, huh?
Yeah, this is a
Good
farm.
luck.
Yeah.
So, keep all my stuff. These are minutes. Okay. All right, so I will find out about tea time and the history in the cabinet, all those things are there and will be there for a while, and Marty's slideshow on the Hop House.
Mhm.
I misplaced the thumb drive that, I don't know, I looked in all my pockets, but it can be duplicated. It has the slideshow that's on the laptop there.
Yeah.
And you can duplicate pictures from it and stuff. And I think I told him about about the brewing. It's called Brewing Massachusetts. And it's, I thought I put it in here, but I guess I didn't. I can, if you're interested, I can send you what Mr. Radigan sent me. And his
From
name
the
is
guy
Ray
from-
Radigan, and he's from that memorial, what's
The
it called?
museum
Yeah,
in Deerfield.
in Deerfield.
It's
yeah.
not the
Historic.
famous place, but it's the
Yeah.
local.
And we could,
And it's impressive. It's an
I
impressive
think
local
the
museum.
exhibit will start in May.
Mhm.
I'm thinking May 16, but I guess that was a tentative date. And I think I think that museum owns the old Indian house that's on the street.
Mhm.
And I think that's,
Is it-
whether it's in an auxiliary building in the back, or whether it's in the Indian house itself, the old Indian house, but I think that's where
It's gonna
the
be-
exhibit is gonna be, that's attached to Deerfield.
Mhm.
Oh,
But then there'll be, locations, I guess, around Massachusetts that will, be part of this tourism, you can visit microbreweries around the state.
Oh,
If you look up on the internet, like Memorial Hall, Deerfield, Mass, or something like that, you should be able to find this. And it's a pretty good website about a museum.
Yeah.
And it's a separate institution from Historic Deerfield, but it certainly is a substantial place with a collection and staff, and it's a substantial outfit.
mhm.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I have, when I went to Historic Deerfield twice last year, and I never, there's just so much to do there.
Yeah.
I never even got to, but I was in there a long time ago when it wasn't quite so modernized. The exhibits were, gosh, I don't know how many years ago that was.
But it's a much older institution than Historic Deerfield,
Yeah.
but it's,
Yeah. Okay,
but it's not a mass attraction like Historic
Yeah.
Deerfield either. But
and the only other business I had was just to bring up the fact that the society is having a program on Revolutionary War soldiers, that Barry will do for us. And, yeah, he's working
Is that
hard.
Barnabas?
No, I'm not gonna do Barnabas, he's too late, he's later,
Oh, is he later?
he's later, he's,
1812?
he's militia after, later time. Really, all we've got are the papers, the
Oh.
ancient papers, and we're gonna blow up a few of those that we can put on the screen and read the names off of a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about who this was and where they lived and some of that, and a little bit about some of the engagements they were involved in. And, I mean, that's
Yeah,
what we got.
and there'll be a little display about soldiers' rations.
But I've got
I'm gonna
about
do that.
90 that we could claim,
Mm-hmm.
and
How many are in the cemetery?
45,
Yeah.
half of them are in the burying ground. Now, Berlin was not extant during the Revolution. We were
Part of Bolton.
part of Bolton. So the records are all mixed up together. But the ones that are buried in Berlin, the ones that we know lived in this part of the
Mhm.
town, for one reason or another, the ones whose children were born in Berlin. I mean, anything I've got like that will identify them as
90
living
seems,
in this part of the town at some point in their lives.
but 90 seems like a lot of people from.
Yeah.
But they didn't serve continuously.
Oh,
But
no.
it still seems like a lot of people.
Some were, it's a few weeks or a few 3 months or something, and
Yeah.
some of them 3 years. But a lot of them served mainly in the time that things were happening here in the first year of the
Yeah,
Revolution.
they weren't moving down to.
But there's a lot from
Pennsylvania.
1777
Yeah.
that
And eight.
were doing things too, later. And there was, as I say, there are some that were 3 years. And there were some that went to the multiple things for periods of time, in and out of the army, and
Yeah.
out of the army. And they'd come home for a while and then they go back again. They do stuff like that. So and when you watch the American Revolution, Ken Burns,
I have been watching some of that.
he talks about that, the fact that they came and went and,
They weren't getting paid, so they left, and
yeah, yeah.
And they had
and a
farms.
whole bunch of them would go home for a while and then they'd come back in the spring or whatever. And that's precisely what did happen, and it was anything but a well-organized,
Yeah, and you wonder how it succeeded.
well, that's
And
exactly.
you listen to Ken Burns' stories, you think, how did that succeed?
Yeah.
It was a miracle.
Yeah.
Because the majority of the people here supported it, and they were determined. And when they started out, they didn't start out for separation, they simply started out for, leave us alone, let us live the way we were living before you started taxing us all this
Yeah.
stuff. And that wasn't ever gonna happen,
Yeah.
so therefore they ended up going for independence. But they certainly didn't start out with the idea of independence. They were happy enough before, because the thing that had happened was they had become self-governing,
And they liked that.
and they liked it, and they didn't see any need for all of this interference from above, especially from across the ocean.
Yeah,
And that's all they were after. They would have been happy to stay with the king, except that they didn't want to. They didn't want to pay these extra taxes. Doesn't mean that they shouldn't, because Britain was sitting there taxing them because they said, "Wait a minute, we're spending all this money on defending them from France and all
Yeah.
that, but we should, they should help pay for it." And the colonists just didn't see it that way.
they've been getting something for free, they were happy.
It's
Yeah.
really, I mean, Ken Burns uses the word complicated, and it's like,
Oh yeah,
it really, I mean,
yeah.
all the other groups that helped, the Indian groups and the black,
On both sides.
Yeah,
on
the,
both sides, yes, on both sides, yeah.
yeah.
Complicate, yeah, just hard to track all that. You almost, I don't know how, well, they spent a long time doing it, so,
Yeah.
what, 10 years or, in the making,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Boston Masco was 1770, and the Treaty of Paris was 1783.
Yeah.
So
It's a long time, yeah.
it didn't break out really until 75, but at the same time,
It had been brewing.
it was brewing all that period.
Okay, I don't have anything else, except if you see anybody who you think would be interested in coming to the program.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll print a few more flyers.
And when is that gonna be?
It's in the evening at 7 o'clock on the 28th, which is a
3/28.
Saturday, yep, yep.
And you want to add to it that we received an email from Lucy today.
Oh,
that
that's right.
she was not going to attend today, and that she would probably be resigning as of today. That doesn't mean that we have the resignation, that the resignation has arrived, but she has to resign to the town clerk, so,
As of today, you're right.
yeah, she said as of today that she'd be resigning.
All right, so we have as of today, we have a 3-member board. And we still have to,
So that gives us 2 vacancies instead of 1 to fill.
you know,
Okay.
I made some effort earlier, or last year, at the end of last year, I made an effort to invite some other people to be members, but none of them.
I have talked to some people, but I think the, how do I say this politely? The treatment of volunteers in town
Has
on
discouraged.
boards and other things has not been conducive to people wanting to continue to do that kind of work.
It's been
And
hard
I
on
don't know
me,
whether
too.
it was
Yeah.
the former administrator or it's just been kind of over time that there doesn't seem to be a value of the commitment for people who aren't getting paid. And that's, I don't know how to say that politely.
I think that's
Well,
correct.
discouraged, they've been.
It's discouraging to be a volunteer when you get no recognition or even politeness.
Or cooperation sometimes.
You know, they're not even polite to us.
That's often the case.
Mhm.
I don't think they realize that, we've had administrators come in and say they can't believe all the volunteer stuff that goes on here. But then through their own actions, they discourage it.
Yeah, they're very dismissive of the work that's being
Yeah.
done, and they
Well,
don't.
for us anyway.
If
Yeah.
they're not paying somebody or it isn't somebody they can instruct.
then
direct,
It's really
they-
not. And I think that enough people who are willing to do that work have been discouraged from doing more.
Okay, I have,
But we've got a historical society meeting this month. We'll try to talk it up there. We'll, we've got to do something about getting more people involved in a lot of stuff, but we've done pretty well with the clothing project. We've got
That, I
a
think.
couple of
in-
people added to our group
Well, I
that,
was gonna say, I think that
Are
pulled
now more
in a
committed.
lot of interested people.
yes, it has.
and people like Catherine will do many other things that aren't connected to clothing.
Yeah.
She's- and-
But I think if you have.
And Bonnie too.
Yeah,
Their interest is broad,
Yeah,
and they're just good workers and cooperative. They don't always have to do exactly what they're interested in. They're willing
to do
to
other
be
stuff.
like the rest of us who
I
have.
think being on a committee is a slog. You know, it's a commitment and it's a slog, because there's a lot of unenthusiastic things that you have to do.
but
But
some of the things you have to
if you
do
have a project,
are more like work.
Yeah, if you have a project like
Yeah.
the clothing collection preservation, it's, I don't wanna say it's glamorous, but it's interesting and it's vibrant.
Well, and it's, you have some opportunities to work together.
Yes,
And
and you
to-
have opportunities to learn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And influence things.
Yep.
If you're active with things like this, you get to influence
Yeah.
things some.
Actually, there is another thing that I forgot to mention. On Tuesday, March 17th, Keith Soucy, who is a filmmaker, he lives in where the Brennians used to live on Coburn Road. They have a horse farm. They shelter horses there that need rehab. Keith owns is the
TV
cinematographer at Maple Loft Studios, and I think that's in Cambridge or Boston, probably Cambridge. Anyway, Barry knows all of this, but basically, Ellie, I saw Walter in the post office parking lot maybe 4 weeks ago, and he talked to me about being videoed to show some of the changes in places in town from when he was in the late 40s and early 50s when he was a youth.
Mm-hmm.
a
You know,
young
when
person.
history started in the late 40s when he arrived.
And so I said, well, we have a pro. There's a pro in town who's very interested in history. His name is Keith Soucy. And
How do you spell his last name?
Soucy.
Yeah.
And I can reach out to him. I said, Marty doesn't do any videography, and I don't know anybody else except Keith.
Mhm.
And so Keith got back to me, and we met with Walter. And Keith apprised me of the fact that Walter has blown him off several times in years, because I said to Keith, well, Walter says he doesn't remember things quite as well now, not the nostalgia things,
Yeah.
but the appointments and.
Yeah.
And he said, oh no, he said, this was like 8 years ago.
And he blew him off.
Yeah, and he waited, apparently he waited an hour and a half one time. So the upshot is this is gonna happen on Tuesday, but it's not a touring video. It's gonna happen in the town hall, either in the selectmen's room, or grand hall, or both. And Jane Sawyer has also
Agreed to show up.
agreed to show up to do her thing in the afternoon, and I have to get some pictures to help her. I haven't done that yet.
Well, she doesn't, I mean,
She's gonna.
it's not clear what it's all about it anyway.
Well, it's in Jane's case, it's her history in the center, what she knows about the center and how it's changed.
Yeah.
And you know, Jane has had some very good successes. I mean, with 19 Carter, the patients she had,
The bank building.
and the bank building, yeah, in particular, yeah. So, so she's game for it. I had Keith come and talk to her at 19 Carter, whenever that was, Monday.
Oh, okay.
Monday.
So they've made some progress on figuring out what to do.
Well, basically, it's a narration, and with some actual print pictures.
So is
that-
someone going to be asking questions, or they're just going to
No,
be talking?
I don't think so. I think it may be that Keith will ask some questions
Mhm.
just to
To
prompt.
get it started.
Yeah, but basically it's a memory, it's a
Of them-
reminiscences.
Letting them talk.
Yeah. And
We should have Jane come over. I should, oh God, I can't, except she coughs as soon as she comes in that
I
building.
know. Well,
I should have her, I should go through some pictures of the village and that she might like to have.
yeah, well, why don't you, I mean, I was gonna look, but if you're willing, I know you have some other things to do, so I don't wanna overburden you. I have other things to do too, but.
And they wanna do this month, I mean,
Well, Keith is too busy.
oh. when's he
After March,
He's
Oh.
he
gone,
can't.
yeah.
He can't do it later.
And this is a volunteer effort.
Well, if he's a videographer, don't you suspect that the wedding season wraps up?
No, I don't think he does
doesn't-
things like that.
doesn't do weddings?
No, he does
documentary
he has
stuff.
clients, Northeast University, I mean, he doesn't do ordinary stuff, yeah.
Earlier in the time he was in the town, I think he was in someplace else before he got the house he's in now. He volunteered for a whole bunch of things, including the Historical Commission.
Well, he didn't actually volunteer, but he sent me a few emails, and
Well, I'm talking about before you were in it.
I don't know.
Well, I
He
think
didn't
it-
tell me that.
I think so. I shouldn't say that, but certainly before you were chair. But at the time it was filled. And he was interested in 3 or 4 other things, and somebody put him to work for somebody else for a while.
He's
so.
on the CBA. Yeah.
But that's, so he's shown interest before.
Mhm.
And maybe somebody we can cultivate for this too.
Well, he will be very busy
Mm-hmm.
after March, and that's why it had to happen now.
Yeah,
Now, I want to tell you something, but not as part of the meeting.
yeah.
So, can we have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Second,
Okay.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
11:25.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.